But do you have a memory of like doing complicated math and stuff at that age?
Yeah, around 6 or 7. And I love mathematics, but I didn't like math at all.
Really?
So when I was 8 years old and I discovered this thing called a computer that can do all the math for me and then leave me to do the mathematics, I was so excited, except we didn't have a computer at home, right? So I just put out a A4 paper and drew with a pen, the QWERTY keyboard, and then use a pencil. Every day I just wake up and I type CLS, enter, and just erase that. That was when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
And after a few weeks doing that, my parents just, gave me a personal computer.
Yeah, they're like, I think it's time to. So that was just sort of in your nature from when you were young. You just felt compelled and interested in it from the get-go.
Yeah, definitely. And for the longest time, I would just, play a video game, maybe in some friends' home and so on, and just go back home and just recode that video game from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
And figured out how to recreate them.
Right.
Learn how to actually code.
Well, nowadays language model do that quicker, right? But that was formative. Yeah.
Like going back to sort of the idea of being non-binary and everything, I feel like it's so in our era and so what people say now, which is like everything's divided, everything's binary. It feels like that's sort of in some ways maybe true. Like, do you find it frustrating to live in a worldview of non-binary where as it feels like the world becomes more binary? Do you even think that's true? Do you even think the world's becoming more binary?
I think there are more dimensions now, right? So the world is becoming more intersectional. It's both easier to find our differences and our similarities because the dimensions are larger and the bandwidth has increased. And so instead of focusing on the one or two main differences, which is called polarization, we can instead just focus on things that we can both live with. And there's a Leonard Cohen saying that I really love, says that there is a crack in everything, and that is how the light gets in. Right? So if we're all perfectly, fungible, right, then there is no communication, there's no bridge making. But exactly because there are tensions, so it gives opportunity for co-creation.
That's such a good.
Yeah.
Is Leonard Cohen big in Taiwan? Well, Montreal boy, you like Montreal.
That's right. No, I think there's a lot of people who in Taiwan learned about Leonard Cohen because I keep quoting Leonard Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, so you're the Leonard Cohen fan.
I know. Yeah, and I mean, in Taiwan, we're caught between two tectonic plates, right? The Eurasian one and the Philippine Sea plate. And so there's 3 felt earthquakes every day somewhere in Taiwan. So a lot of earthquakes. But as a result, every year, the Yushan, the top of Taiwan, grows by half a centimeter or so. Right? So this is just because it keeps bumping into one another. So without conflict,